Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. Dear everyone, the Bitcoin bull run before and after retracements will be discussed in detail. We will cover all of it, moonshots, parabolas, and more. Brics and XRP, is the agreement finalized? How often is it used? Everything you need to know is here, and to be honest, we'll get into that as we near the end of this video. We'll also cover the over-the-counter options I mentioned earlier or in the first video of the day. Questions are frequently directed towards me. Salesperson, what is an over-the-counter? Who are the trustworthy over-the-counter options? Our plan is to thoroughly examine and dissect OTC. Allow me to begin this video without further ado. Bitcoin $62,576, that's presently at an 8.3% decline, with XRP trading at a mean lean 58 cents. Ethereum has fallen 10.69% in the last 24 hours, hitting $3,213 US. USDT and USDC have both returned to their dollar pegs. I was thinking of acquiring a tiny cordless drill, as I mentioned in the first video of the day. Dan, I was just looking at 60 cents. It started at 78 cents, and I told you I checked it all the way up. It has reversed its course because of the moron who sold everything using the public box, and the price plummeted. And as we go into this, we'll cover Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency whose value can take another nosedive the next day. Is it profound? Though, it doesn't seem profound to me. In my opinion, it will be incredibly superficial. I mean, imagine for a second a scenario where we observe a 20% sudden decline in, say, credentials from 48 cents to 12 cents. Yep, whenever I take the plunge, I get a surge of joy. You know, I will mention it in a tweet. Keep in mind, Lux Lions. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline for your NFPs. One of the 3 largest web-based metaverse gaming events will feature Lux Line products, which have a plethora of alliances and VC backing. What do you name these kinds of events in Saudi Arabia? I don't even know what to call them. Additionally, Token 2049 will be present in Dubai next month. Approximately 5 days later, it will be performed at a festival in Thailand. You're eager to discuss the next generation of plump penguins, and there's a lot of potential. The next big thing is staring you in the face. Cool kitties. We're about to launch into space like a rocket, and you're going to miss the boat. But you'll be like, man, this ripped guy is the same guy I've been listening to for the past 2 years. He won't stop bragging about his project, but I'm still not ready to commit. Everything is 10-15x 20x now that you look at it, with $65. I dare you to go in there. Everyone wins when you pay XRP with your credit card and earn XRP back every month. Next, I received this, which was provided to me by favor. Look, Ed, the EU just kicked USD out of the market. How fascinating that Tether got a boot. Proceeding forward, you are now DC maximum bit size. A tweet was sent out by them. Here you have this person who sold over the counter. Folks, consider this tweet. The price of Bitcoin plummeted 8,900%, on par with a BitMEX. An over-the-counter remedy is necessary for this reason. If you are planning to transfer a substantial quantity of cryptocurrency, I frequently discuss this topic on this channel. In a nutshell, what is an over-the-counter? Googling crypto OTC, you'll find a plethora of options. Crypto.com. Another option is to check out what Kraken has to offer. It is also available from GSR. Notice that every one of them has a minimum requirement. You will need at least $250,000 in GSR in order to transfer cryptocurrency in installments. You must first apply. It's not as simple as, submit an application, and then, 2 days later, you're authorized and everything is operational. My permission took about 3 or 4 weeks to come through. And these lines will be formed over an extended period of time as we delve deeper into this boron. The beauty of an over-the-counter is that it eliminates the risk of slippage. Furthermore, the vast majority of the time, you will be able to sell your cryptocurrency for a higher price over the counter than you would on a public exchange. Just look at what happened last night while we were all sleeping. BitMEX Day couldn't handle all of his Bitcoin transactions because they didn't have enough liquidity. Tragically, he lost $4 million. What about you? I have no idea. I cannot risk losing $4 million. Despite having $4 million, I cannot afford to lose $50. Surely you must be joking. Come on, don't limit yourself to just one application. Instead, submit your paperwork for a GSR, a crank, and an over-the-counter desk at Crypto.com. Obtain a Gemini by requesting a Coinbase. Send in your applications for all of these well-known ones. There's no cost to do so. Perhaps one disagrees. However, responding affirmatively, just fill out the form is sufficient. I can tell you right now that you're going to try to sell, so you better do your own research. In the event that we reach $3, I will be completely unaware of 333,000 XRP. There won't be enough liquidity, so no matter how much you try to sell it at the bulk, you won't earn enough to cover your costs. You can believe you're going to make $1 million by selling 333,000 XRP at $3 each, but you might only earn $600,000 this person lost for $1 million. What is the plan for that? In your opinion, how will that make you feel? Isn't that going to hurt? Holy cow, it's gonna hurt. If you are in need of assistance, make sure you ask around. It is as easy as pie. Just phone me, join my Patreon group, and we can set up a one-on-one session. There are 4 stages of Bitcoin halving, and if you need a hand or just want someone to talk to, I'm available through my Patreon group. If you're confused and need some guidance, just let me know. The information that is currently pertinent to you is presented here. About 30 days regarding the upcoming Bitcoin halving in April, which is just a month away. We are 60 days from the expected Prairie Trace rally, light blue, and the fact that the Prairie Trace breakout is happening a little early by a few days. Bitcoin is now slowly moving away from its Prairie Trace rally phase and into its Prairie Trace retrace. Look, you just made a huge sacrifice. Here we are, in the exact same place where retrace fairly avid retrieval usually happens 28 to 14 days prior to halving. Plus, Bitcoin's price has dropped by at least 11% since its peak last week. It appeared as though history was repeating itself. Just a few days before the scheduled retracement, it appeared as though the pre-halving rally had occurred. The current downward trend, however, may persist for the next several weeks. This will serve as official notice that the pre-halving retrace has begun. So, what are we expecting? A further decline in Bitcoin's value. So, Bitcoin has managed to repeat itself despite its unprecedented never-before-done price movement and its pre-halving period, during which it broke into a new all-time high. Promptly as planned, the pre-event rally got underway. Additionally, it seems that the pre-halving retrace is starting at the exact appointed time. Following this, we will move on to the final pre-halving retrace phase. In 2016, we began a 38% correction, and in 2020, it was 20%. We are currently in the midst of a pre-halving retracement, which typically occurs 28 to 14 days before to halving. An 11% correction seems likely at this point. March might be the beginning of a pre-retrace period that continues into May or June and can extend for up to 77 days. The markets are expected to resume their upward trajectory in the summer, with a possible retracement followed by a multi-month reaccumulation. This reaccumulation might extend up to 5 months, which would place us in the third and fourth quarters. As we enter 2025, the altcoin market will have fully recovered from Bitcoin's parabolic surge. The video ends there. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment with your opinions. Goodbye for now.